get back into the win column. And, of course, being just 2 hours up the river here in northern New York, up into Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, these two have developed quite a rivalry, and there is no love lost when these two teams take the ice. Your Watertown Wolves, our home team here tonight, in their home whites here this evening. Cornwall in the black sweaters as we get ready to get tonight's action started from Watertown. Puck one back to Watertown, dumped up to Connolly. He'll just send it down into the offensive zone where Derek St. Marie goes back to pick it up. He'll fall down, has to shovel the puck all the way around to the far side. Watertown picks it up there, though, very quickly. Colin McIntosh put a shot that went behind the goal. Now it comes all the way out to the point. Powell able to keep it in. He'll wrist it towards the goal. That one will get knocked down in traffic and comes out over the line. Lapine takes it. He'll dump it to the far side of the ice. And then it comes right back to Lapine one more time. Boots had sent it over to him. Now Boots gives chase down into the corner. Puck fed back to him. He'll take it in behind the cage, sends it all the way around to Mott. Mott let a blast go. That just missed to the side. Lapine sends it back down into the zone, and the Nationals able to handle the puck in the zone, but this one taken away by Ryan Connolly. Connolly gives it over to McIntosh. McIntosh makes it into the zone. Powell, the pass just too far out in front of him as he was crashing towards the goal. Puck comes all the way out. Jesse Ficini able to keep it in for Watertown. And now Ficini will come into the left-hand side. He'll dump the puck down into the corner all the way around to Brett Liscomb. The captain goes to get it. He'll get taken off the puck there, and it'll get picked up by Mott, and he'll bring it out for the Nationals. Dump down into the Watertown into the ice, Justin Blazak, after a short stay on the IR, back with us here this evening in his familiar number 10 sweater. Mark Potasio, number 12, the league leading scorer in the Federal Hockey League. He'll go down into the corner. Ficini's going to feed him the puck. Potasio lets one go. That one necked down very quickly and sent right back out. Puck's going to be held by Danila Alistradov. Alistradov getting the start here tonight for your Watertown Wolves, and he has been just about on fire. Danila Alistradov in the number 30 doing a great job on that little win streak that Watertown had going. At the other end of the ice for the Cornwall Nationals, I say, it is Francis Dupuis getting the start in the net. Quick shot set on. That one kicked aside by Alistradov, gabbled up by Powell. Powell able to just send that one back out into neutral ice, and Watertown will get a change. Puck knocked down by Cangelozzi. Now he'll go to get it. He'll give it back to Mark Potasio. Potasio shoots up the right-hand side. He was taken off the puck. Loose puck to the side of the cage. Kyle Powell goes back to get it. That's Brad Townsend, went to get it. Powell out here on the point. That one gets sent out to center ice where it'll get picked up by Canan. Canan falls down. He's taken off the puck. Marley Ketchkin go back to get it. He'll give it to Kyle Powell. Powell, long outlet pass to Townsend. Townsend will dump it in, and Cangelozzi will give chase down into the corner. Cangelozzi battling for that loose puck. It'll come all the way out as they come up through. It will be Hawood takes it down. He'll let a wrister go. That goes to the left-hand side as he backhanded it just wide of the goal. That puck will get up out of play. So face-off will go to the far side. Well, early on here tonight, both teams feeling each other out as go to the face-off circle. Derek St. Marie wins it back to the point. Pete Mott just sends it back down in the corner where Justin Blazak will go get it for your Watertown Wolves. Blazak very quickly right up through center ice. He'll skate up into the offensive zone. Centering pass comes back to McIntosh. That one went wide of the cage. McIntosh back pressuring with Ryan Connolly now as the puck goes out to the far side. Now right up through the neutral ice area. Derek St. Marie going to get it. That one's going to get sent to the side. From there, it'll be Lapine sending it back around to the far side of the ice. Mazzagno goes back. He'll pick it up, tries to put it on cage, gets knocked down by one of the Wolves in front, and Dallas Ingram will go back and get it for Watertown. He'll give it to Connolly. Connolly right back to Blazak, and then Scott Roy dumps it down into the zone, and the Wolves get a wholesale change. Bisdell looked to skate out with it. He gave it to Storm Adams on the far side. Adams picks it up in center ice area. Now he'll regroup. He sends the puck back to Stanislav Vlasov. Vlasov sends it back up to him again. Now Trottier has a break on the left-hand side. He'll bring it right into the short slot, turning and making a couple of nifty moves. Puck loose right in front of the cage, kicked away by Marley Ketchka, and the Wolves able to control it behind, but it's going to get sent right back in by Adams. Adams dumped it right on goal, went just to the left-hand side, and now he'll dump it in behind as Bisdell gives chase. Kyle Powell back to get it for the Wolves. He'll send it up the half board. Now that's breaking out will be Ficini. Ficini into the slot all by himself. He'll let a quick wrist shot go. That goes to the left-hand side of the cage. Liscombe has to go get it for Watertown along with Mark Potasio. But the Nationals look to skate out with it. That one backhanded off the boards all the way back down into the Watertown end, and it will be Marley Ketchka back to pick it up for the the Wolves as they send it all the way out. That one's going to get down the ice, and we'll have icing on the play. $15-14 remaining in the opening period here tonight at the Watertown Municipal Arena. There was a lot more movement in some of the lineup for the Watertown Wolves. We'll get to that as soon as we get another break in the action. Quick shot, that went to the left-hand side of the cage. Zach Dymock back to get it for Watertown, sends it up the near board. Cangelozzi handles it on to Townsend. Townsend sends it deep into the corner. Now the Wolves will give chase. Back there to pick it up will be Prejant for the Nationals. He'll look to send it up through center ice. That one's picked up by Cangelozzi right in front. Cangelozzi let a shot go. That one was knocked down by Dupuis and now lifted high into the air and off one of the rafters here, and that'll bring a stoppage in play once again. So the faceoff goes to the far side of the ice, set in behind, puck comes all the way out to St. Marino. He settled it down there. Potasio took it away, gives back to Liscombe. Liscombe drops it for Potasio in front, goes to the left-hand side, he scores! Mark Potasio is going to add to his goal total. The leading goal scorer in the league has just added another one. At the 14-33 mark. So Potasio puts the Wolves on the board early here this evening. Cangelozzi loses the faceoff, and it goes back into the Nationals' end of the ice. Bisonet looks to skate out with Cangelozzi checking him with a couple of shots of the stick. That one goes all the way down in right to the front of the goal of Danila Alistradov, and he'll cover that up as he was getting a little bit of pressure from the Nationals. So Brett Liscombe and Jesse Ficini both getting credited with assists on that. We were listening to the house announcer here, Brian Hunsiger, as we get the word on that. Puck comes right back out in front. That one sent in. That's going to go high up off the netting and bring a stoppage in play. Other Federal Hockey League action tonight, the Berlin River Drivers at Port Huron, they're up 1-0 in the first period, and the Danville Dashers hosting the St. Clair Shores Fighting Saints. That game will start at 8 o'clock. Back to action here in Watertown. The Nationals looking to try to break out. Trottier thought he was going to have an open outlet. The puck never got all the way out to him. Now it comes to Trottier on the wing. He'll just dump it down the ice where Brett Liscombe will go pick it up for the Watertown Wolves. Sent all the way across the ice, kicked up again. Now here comes Potasio. He's got Ficini in front. Potasio stops, lets a shot go! And Mark Potasio nets goal number 2 of the evening on a quick wrist shot that beat him to the left-hand side. Mark Potasio very quickly lighting it up from just over a minute apart on those goals, and Mark Potasio continues to lead the Federal Hockey League in goals scored, and he put that one right to the left-hand side of the keeper, and Watertown up very quickly 2-0 here. Back to action once again, right through center ice. Cangelozzi takes it for Watertown. He'll just dump it down into the zone. Dupuis has to go back and pick it up there. He'll slide it up the far boards. Doesn't get out as Cangelozzi is able to keep it in. He'll center the puck. Got knocked down there, and now the Nationals look to skate out, but it's going to get picked up at mid-ice. Shane Hallis takes it. He'll dump it down on the far side, and he'll go get it as he went by Vlasov. Puck goes down into the corner. Centering pass coming from Hallis. He got knocked down, and then Cangelozzi, puck slipped by him, so it comes all the way out. Mazzagno picking it up. He'll drop it back for Bisdell. Shot goes to the far side. That missed to the right-hand side. Cangelozzi able to lift it out of the zone as Townsend goes for a change. Lapine dumps it right back in to the Watertown end of the ice very quickly. Brett Liscombe, he'll let her wrist. He's got a slap shot, and that one's going to get knocked down by Dupuis, and he'll make the stop here at 12:23. So Watertown getting a quick change here on the break. Back to action once again. Puck goes behind the goal. Colin McIntosh centering pass, couldn't get a stick on it. He got taken off the puck by Pete Mott. Now it goes to the corner where Mott and McIntosh fight for it. It comes all the way out. Dallas Ingram able to put it right back on goal. Now it gets knocked down in front, and the Nationals look to skate out with it. Far side of the ice, Mazzagno battling with Ingram. Ingram dumps it back into the center ice area, and then Colin McIntosh comes back to pick it up for the Wolves. Long outlet pass to Ryan Connolly. That went off his stick deep down in to the offensive zone. Dupuis gathers it up there. He'll settle it down for Vlasov. Vlasov tried to get it out, but it came right back to Scott Roy. Roy turned, looked to get a shot off, but it got taken off in front of the goal. They look to skate out with it. It will be St. Marie handling the puck. He'll send it up the far side where Ficini's able to take it right back. He'll dump it back into his own zone, and Dallas Ingram will go back there to retrieve it for the Wolves. Ingram into the corner. Dangerous centering pass all the way across, and Mazzagno able to send it right back down into the offensive zone where Dallas Ingram's going to stick it around. He'll spin around, dumps it out. Liscombe able to pick it up. Centering pass to Potasio. That went off a stick. Ficini gives chase into the corner. Ficini settles it down, tries to get it back to Liscombe, but it went off a defending stick and out into neutral ice. Kyle Powell able to send it right back on where Dupuis settles it down, and the Nationals go to give it. Prejean picks it up there. Potasio checking him. Puck comes all the way out, gets outside the zone, so Watertown has to get back onside. That's going to allow the Nationals to break out with it, but they're going to lose the puck in center ice area as it gets turned over. Now it goes right back. Bisdell picks it up for the Nationals, but poke check there sends it back into the center ice area where Storm Adams has to go back. He'll lose a stick, though, right down in front. Cangelozzi tried to dump it up along the boards, and he got checked off the puck, and it goes back down in to the Nationals' end of the ice. Lapine looking to skate out with it. He'll give it to Bisdell on the far wing. Bisdell got pickpocketed, though, as Zach Dymock just took it off his stick and sent it right back down into the zone. Watertown forechecking here. Cangelozzi and Brad Townsend both pressuring the puck in behind the cage. Outlet pass to St. Marie. He'll bring it up through center ice. Puck's going to get knocked down there by Marley Keka. Keka, a former Nationals player who got traded down to Watertown just about a month ago. Powell takes it, waits for everybody to get back on side, dumps it back into the offensive end, and there Joe Canan goes back to get it for the Nationals. A quick shot on goal, and Lapine has to make the save, and he'll bring a stop and play at 9:41 of period number 1. We'll be right back to the Watertown Municipal Arena. looking also to get back into the
Next Saturday evening during our next boat game. If you have lucky program number 81,
looking also to get back into the win.
you're going to be sitting in comfort next Saturday night. And because you've seen the house brought to you by Massey's Furniture Barn, you can go over to the Bartlett's autograph zone and claim your prize. Also, fans, let's get your blue tickets out. Trying to find out who's getting 10 Chugga-Pucks to participate in the Chugga-Puck contest coming up during our second intermission. Brought to you by Watertown Savings Bank. Blue ticket number 480 8463 480-8463. Blue ticket. Please report.
And we are back to the Watertown Municipal Arena. The Watertown Wolves, a 2-0 lead over the visiting Cornwall Nationals here this evening. Scott Roy doing battle on the faceoff with Hawood. He'll send it right back in. Comes out to the point. Dallas Ingram had a shot that hit a bunch of bodies in front. He'll just skate back in with it. Backhands it right into the pads of Dupuis, and Dupuis covers that up very quickly. Well, as you said, some changes to the Watertown lineup here the last couple of days. Nate O'Brien has been placed on the 7-day IR, and Jeremy Atkinson continues to be on the IR here this evening with the hand problem that he broke over a month ago. We talked to him earlier in one of our pregame interviews, and he is back practicing and trying to get back into the lineup here with the Wolves. Puck sent all the way down into the corner. McIntosh went back to get it. St. Marie skated out in front, tried to stuff it home, but a nice stuff by Alistradov. Now out to Connolly. Connolly brings it up to the left wing for Watertown. He'll let a shot go. That's going to go off Lepine's stick and up into the netting and out of play. As we said, Justin Blazak back into the lineup here tonight. Number 10, the defender, he's back after a short stint on the IR, and Eddie Zadolchak, who had been on loan to the Manchester Monarchs of the East Coast Hockey League, back with us once again and in a backup role here this evening for the goaltender. Denny Sharrock has been suspended by the team. He was playing goalie for a short bit here, but in a backup role as of late. Cornwall Nationals got Mazzagno back here tonight after a short stint on the IR. So we said a lot of movement in the league here as we're about 3/4 of the way through. Teams trying to position themselves for a playoff run in the Federal Hockey League. Faceoff's going to go to the far side of the ice. It will be Bisdell with Jesse Ficini. Ficini's going to win it over to the far side. Keka dumps it back to the corner. Ficini sends it all the way around to Brett Liscomb. Liscom's going to give it to Ketchka. Ketchka sends it up on the far side. Comes out over the line, but sent right back in. So the Nationals had to get back on side. Ketchka goes back to get it in behind his own goal. He'll bring it out to Kyle Powell on the near side. Powell's going to set it up off the boards. A nice tip pass by Brett Liscomb to Ficini, but Ficini a little quicker. Liscomb still onside. That'll bring offside and bring the puck back outside the blue line. So the faceoff coming right here just outside the blue line. Scott Roy against Sylvester Bisdell. One back to the Wolves. Kyle Powell, he'll just dump it into the zone. Watertown will give chase there. Colin McIntosh goes to get it, comes all the way out to the point, and there Trottier able to take it away. Trottier comes down there, odd man rush. He'll go right to the side, lets a quick shot go. Alistradov steered that one aside. Puck came right back in front, and Trottier couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's sent right back in. Bisdell takes it. He'll dump it in behind the goal. It will be Adams going to get it for the Nationals. Watertown takes it away there. Ketchka's going to take it. He'll send it up the near boards. McIntosh just going to dump it right back in. Now he'll turn around and skate out with it. McIntosh trying to get a centering pass all the way over to Scott Roy. Roy will take it in. Watertown stays onside. Centering pass to Connolly, but it's not too far out in front. Has to go get it. Now it'll come all the way up the near board. It's going to come out of the zone as Trottier sends it to a breaking Joe Canan. Canan had a breakaway and a beautiful save, a big boot save by Danila Alistradov, keeping the Nationals off the scoreboard on a nice stop. Chris Cloutier takes it, sends the puck right back in. Hood took a chance at it, couldn't get the stick on it. Now he'll center it all the way back out. Lepine goes to get it in the slot. He'll skate all the way over to the far boards, still then the stick, then he'll dump it right back in. From there, Kanan couldn't get to it. Hawood takes it. He'll give it right back in front to Prejeant, but his shot got knocked down and the puck all the way back out to neutral ice. Mikhail Prejeant now crashing in the left-hand side, skates right to the front of the goal, and the puck goes off the side of the cage and kept in behind. From there, Kyle Powell's just going to shovel it around, but Mazzagno picks it up at the point. He let a shot go, but that hit Shane Hallis's skate. Now Hallis looks to break out with it. He'll send it in on Dupuis and have to give chase there. Cangelozzi able to keep the puck in the zone for Watertown. Cangelozzi brings it to the front. He'll let a shot go, and that one's going to get stuck back in on the rebound. Cangelozzi let the shot go, and Shane Hallis is going to stick home the rebound, and Watertown is up 3-0 here in period number 1. So at 6:32 remaining in period number 1, and Watertown now up 3-0 on the visiting Cornwall Nationals. Boy, Joe Cangelozzi just joined the Wolves a couple of weeks back, and he has made his impact felt here. He's had a couple of assists already here the last couple of weeks. Beautiful job there just putting the puck on goal. And a nice rebound came right out. And Shane Hallis just standing there waiting to stuff it home, and we're going to get a goalkeeper change here for the Nationals as Paul Barbeau Jr. now making his way out onto the ice, and a goalie change at 6:32 of period number 1. So the Nationals win the faceoff back into the zone, because right back to center ice where Watertown is able to take it away. Puck shuffled back to McIntosh. McIntosh out on the wing. Now Connolly's just going to dump it into the zone. Scott Roy will give chase there. Scott Roy able to get to it first. A centering pass all the way in front. Ryan Connolly couldn't get to it. Now Ingram lets one go. That's going to get knocked down by Barbeau. It goes back into the corner. Watertown will pick it up there, but now it comes out, and the puck will be knocked down by Ian Boots. He's going to send it all the way across ice to St. Marie, but they are offside. Derek St. Marie with the breakaway for the Nationals, but one player offside on the near side will bring a stoppage at 5:58. Well, Watertown doubling up on the Nationals as far as shots on goal at the 5:58 mark of period number 1, 18-9. Sylvester Besdell for the Nationals battling with Jesse Ficini. Ficini wins the faceoff back to Dallas Ingram. Ingram gave it back to Blazak, back to Ingram. Now Ingram looks to send it up the boards, but it's going to get knocked back into the zone by Storm Davis. Justin Blazak, one of the speedy guys on the ice here, skated out. He gave it right to Ficini. Now Ficini gives it back to Potasio. Potasio, a nice move. He'll work to the far side. That one's going to go by, but Liscombe able to poke it out to the point. That one gets sent back in by Kyle Powell, but it got knocked down very quickly, came all the way down the ice, but came right to the stick of Justin Blazak. Blazak out to Liscombe. Liscombe drops it for Potasio. Potasio very quickly tried to drag it into the slot and it got poked away, and the puck's going to go all the way back down to the other end, and icing will be the call.
Fans of the entire Watertown Wolves team will be at CC's Pizza on Tuesday, February 21st at 6 p.m. for a pizza eating contest. It's an international battle.
So the faceoff is going to come all the way down to the near side of the arena, just to the left of Barbeau, and puck was dropped, but we're going to get a stoppage, and they'll try it one more time. Cangelozzi and Bisdell ready to do battle once again. Bisdell's going to win it back behind his cage. Zach Dymont giving chase there. The puck comes to the near side. Lapine picks it up. Now he'll send it up the near board. Bisdell gathers it up there. He'll skate up, gain the zone, but very quickly the puck taken away from him and back into the neutral ice area and sent all the way down. Icing is waved off as the puck got by Mikhail Prejeant back into the Nationals end of the ice. Trottier trying to get a centering pass, goes all the way across the ice to Bisdell, gets knocked down there. Now Cangelozzi takes it away. He'll skate into the zone for Watertown. He'll drop the puck there for Ketchka. Ketchka puts it on goal, and a rebound, shot, score! Zach Dymock off the rebound, and we got a 4-0 game here in period number 1. Well, Marley Ketchka, number 3, picking up the assist here. A former National just a few weeks ago, traded to the Watertown Wolves, let a shot go and another big rebound, and Zach Dymock right there to stick it home, and your Watertown Wolves are up 4-0 at 4:32 mark of period number 1. Well, the Wolves finding the magic early and often here in Watertown as the puck goes all the way up into the Nationals' end of the zone. Lapine dumps it up the near boards. Cloutier with a centering pass over to Canan, but Canan couldn't handle it. Now it comes back to Peter Mott, and the Nationals gather it up and back into their own zone. Lapine gives it back to Mott. Mott looks to skate out with it. Connolly checking him. The puck comes right back in and dumped back out of the zone now. Lapine has to go back and get it. He's forechecked by Ryan Connolly. Lapine will stop in behind his own goal. He'll settle it down there as Kyle McIntosh keeps an eye on him, along with Ryan Connolly. Watertown forechecking here now as the Nationals look to skate out with it. Hawood just takes it down to the offense zone. He'll skate right to the front, puts a shot on, and Canan's going to get knocked down. Alistradov kicked that one aside. Traffic right in front of the goal. Danila Alistradov able to make that one save. Now that goes off to the side, trying to get the puck out of the zone. He'll do it this time. McIntosh going to pick it up there. He'll get boarded real hard, and he'll just send it all the way across the ice as the Wolves go for a change. Brett Liscombe off the bench very quickly comes in, picks up the loose puck, gets sent out to Mazzagno. He'll skate up through center ice, comes to the near side where St. Marie's able to gain the zone. He'll give it right back to Mazzagno. Mazzagno comes down to the deep right-hand side, centering pass in front, and that one taken away as Boots not able to get a stick on it. Now here comes Mark Potasio on the break, trying to get through some traffic. He'll poke the puck in there, and it'll go to the side of the cage. Liscombe able to give chase there. He'll dump it right back in, and now Liscombe able to hold it in as St. Pierre tried to dump it out of the zone. He gets sent right back in front. Mark Potasio, oh, he's going to get hammered down into the cage, and that's going to bring a stop and play. Potasio, the league leading scorer, was hacking away at the loose puck in front, got nailed from behind and sent head first into the cage, and that'll bring a stop and play at 2:32 remaining in period number 1. And we had a stop and play. One of the Nationals had lost a glove at the other end of the ice. Face off, one back to Powell. He'll send it all the way over to Ketchka on the wing. Ketchka just sets it down in front, puts a shot on, and that one will get gathered up by Barbeau, and that'll bring another stoppage in play with 2:26 remaining. So the Wolves tonight seems to be the way this is going to go. They're just dumping the puck on goal and everybody giving chase, and it has been working to a T here tonight. Just put it there, let somebody go get it, and it's working like a charm. Long centering pass to St. Marie. He'll have to go back and get it. He'll dump it up the near boards where Cangelozzi takes it away. They'll hack at each other, and Cangelozzi takes it away. He gives it back to Shane Hallis. Hallis with a quick shot. That one's going to get covered up by Barbeau down in his pads. Well, early on here, with 2 minutes remaining in the opening period, and the Wolves with a 25-11 advantage in the shots on goal. Far side of the ice, Jesse Ficini for the faceoff. He'll knock it back to Brent Liscombe. Liscombe sends it down into the corner where Ficini will give chase. Puck comes all the way up the near side. Kyle Powell not able to keep it in, so it went back to Potasio, and then off Powell's stick out to center ice. Trottier back to pick it up for the Nationals. He'll skate back into his own zone as he is pressured by Liscombe. He'll give it to Prajant. Prajant just going to dump it up to the far side where Boots takes it. It's given back to Trottier. Trottier's centering pass, but that one was taken away by Potasio. Now he'll give it out to Liscombe. Watertown breaking out. Long outlet pass for Jesse Ficini. Too far for him to reach, and it's going to get sent back down to the far side. Pass coming to this side. Brent Liston's going to take it. He's just going to dump it back to center where Scott Roy is able to send it back down into the zone, and the Wolves will get some fresh legs with 1:23 remaining in the opening period. Down the far side, Prajant just skates down in, dumps it back into the Watertown end of the ice where Justin Blazak goes back to get it. Blazak gives it to Connolly. Connolly sends it up to McIntosh on the wing and tried to get a little touch pass, but that one gets taken away. Canan's going to take it right back down the left-hand side, dumps it back into the zone. Goes in behind where Justin Blazak goes back to pick it up. Blazak very patiently just sends it over to Powell. Powell out to Connolly on the wing. Connolly, a nice little stick deal. Gives it back to Scott Roy. Roy just skates up the right-hand side. He'll let a shot go. That went off the glove of Barbeau and up over the cage. And now the Nationals able to skate out with it. Hawood had it. He got taken off by Ingram. And then he'll come back and give Ingram a little shot. Puck comes back to Connolly on the wing. Hawood takes it there. They'll battle for the loose puck. Goes up the near boards. Cloutier sending it right back down into the corner where Canan's going to pick it up. Centering pass in front to Cloutier. That one got knocked aside by Alistradov. Now the battle in the corner. Puck gets sent right to the side of the cage, comes off there. Dallas Ingram takes it. He'll send it off to the half board, and from there it will be McIntosh picking it up. And that's going to bring a stop into the end of the period here in Watertown. So after one period, your Watertown Wolves with a 4-0 lead to take to the locker room over the visiting Cornwall Nationals. Well, both teams back out onto the ice. As we said, both teams trying to get back into the win column. Watertown, after a impressive run of 4 in a row, dropping a game last Sunday evening. And the Nationals had a little bit of a struggle, then got into a game last weekend, had a shot for the win, but lost in overtime. So you know these guys are getting hungry to get back into the win column. And a little delay here going back to action. Looks like a little bit of water still standing here at the left end, our left end of the rink in front of Watertown goalkeeper Danila Alistradov. Looks like we are all set to go. Scott Roy ready to face off with John Christopher Hawood as we get ready to take period number 2. Draw one all the way back into the Watertown end where Marley Ketchka has to go back and get it. He'll give it to Scott Roy. Roy sends it up the board, but it's kept in by Cloutier. Cloutier sent it out in center, but it got knocked down, came all the way back into the Nationals end of the ice, where Vlasov just sent it out. It got picked up and taken back in. McIntosh centering pass to Connolly. Connolly, a big shot. That one got knocked down by Barbeau, and very quickly the Nationals skate out with it. Cloutier dumps it to Hawood. Hawood, a quick shot. That's going to get booted away by Danila Alistradov. Now Alistradov falls down, has to get back up as the puck comes out of the zone. Hawood back to get it. He'll skate around, poke checked by Kyle Powell, but Hawood takes it back into the Watertown end of the ice where Powell sends it around to Ketchka. Ketchka's going to gather it up there. Now he'll dump it up the half board to Powell. Powell looks to skate out with it. Long centering pass to Scott Roy. He'll gain the zone, dumps it right back to Colin McIntosh in the short slot. McIntosh gives it back to him. Scott Roy, a backhand that went to the right-hand side of the cage where Colin McIntosh has to go get it for the Wolves. Puck goes in behind. Bisdell sends it all the way into the corner where Trottier is going to knock it down. Now it goes up the near boards. All the way out over the blue line is Justin Blazak, not able to get it just off the end of his stick. So Blazak comes all the way back down into the Watertown end of the arena to pick up the ice. He'll send it up the near boards. Potasio on the break, brings it in all by himself. Sends it 5-hole, and it went all the way through but missed the goal. And sent all the way back out to center ice once again where Dallas Ingram's just going to dump it down in. Pete Mott goes back to get it for the Nationals. He'll take it in behind the goal. He'll dump it to the near side where Storm Adams goes to get it. Adams is going to leave it for Bisdell. Bisdell up the near boards will get by Dallas Ingram. He'll just send the puck down in, and from there, Blazak tried to send it back by Bisdell. Bisdell took it away. Now Blazak falls down, comes all the way out to the point, not out, as Lapine sends a quick shot. That went off a stick in front, and Alistradov watched that one go to the left side. Gets sent right back in front. Now Potasio able to knock down the loose puck. He'll look to skate out with it with Ficini joining him on that rush. Potasio, nice little stick handling, sends it down into the corner, but the Nationals able to clear it out from there. Ian Boots just sent it down the ice, went off the stick and up into the Cornwall bench, and that'll bring a stop at 17:46. So the puck up into the Cornwall bench is going to bring a break at 17:46 of period number 2. Anthony Mazzagno and Joe Cangelozzi battling for the face-off. Cangelozzi wins it back into the Watertown zone for the Wolves. Ketchka goes back to get it. Now he'll skate up the near boards. He'll dump it up to Townsend. Townsend just sends it in. It's going to go all the way around, and the Nationals able to shovel it out. Powell able to get it right back on inside. Lets a quick shot go. Oh, loose puck to the side. Zach Dymock looking for his second goal of the evening. Couldn't get it in there, and Brad Townsend's just going to stuff it right into the pads of Paul Barbeau Jr., and that's going to bring a stoppage here at 17:22. Well, a good point from our producer, Steve Weed. We have not had a penalty yet here tonight. We're into the second period, and he said no penalties either way, and bringing up a good point. I think we just opened the floodgate with that comment. Puck comes out, and it will be Canan breaking down the right-hand side. Tried to get a shot off. It went off Potasio's stick and trickled to the side of the cage where Ketchka goes to get it. He'll dump it back to Potasio. Potasio skates up, sends it to the far side where Jesse Ficini goes to get it. Ficini tried to wrist it in. That one got knocked down by Prejant and sent into the corner. The Nationals look to skate out. Mott's going to break down the left-hand side by himself. He'll just come skating in. Ketchka's over there to knock him away as the puck went off the shoulder of Alistradov and then got sticked all the way down the ice. Prejant back to pick it up. He'll send it high off the glass, but only Watertown jerseys there to pick it up as Ketchka goes back to get it in his own zone. He'll give it back to Powell. Powell's going to give it right back to Ketchka. Ketchka trying to avoid a check, lost the puck. It gets centered right in front, goes back to St. Marie. Puck goes down, and Alistradov with a big save. Sends it into the corner, and Alistradov keeping the Nationals off the scoreboard. Prejant takes a long shot from center ice, dumps it right on goal, and then a couple of the Nationals going for a change. That puck gets way up into the rafters, up out of play, and that'll bring a stoppage. Well, good point from Steve Weed about no penalties called so far in the game. The last time these two teams met, we had nothing but bloodshed all over the ice. And as we said coming into tonight's game, not a lot of love lost between these two teams. Scott Roy doing a battle with St. Marie for the faceoff. He's going to win it back. Now Ryan Connolly skates out for the Wolves. Connolly's just going to dump it on goal. That was a tough one for Barbeau to handle. And then the puck was knocked down with a high stick by Colin McIntosh. So faceoff's going to come all the way back down into the Watertown end of the arena. .31-17 shots on goal in favor of Watertown. Puck back to Vlasov on the point. He let a blast go. That went wide of the cage, came all the way out, but Mazzagno able to dump it back into the zone. And from there, Dallas Ingram goes to pick it up for Watertown. That missed a skate on Ryan Connolly, came all the way out. And from there, the Nationals able to pick it up and set up their offense. Puck gets dumped right back down into the zone where Ian Boots will go to get it. Watertown recovers. Now Connolly sends it out of the zone, and offside called on Jason Lapine as he skated in and just let a shot rip before the Nationals were back on side. So the faceoff coming just outside the blue line to the far side of the ice. Joe Cangelozzi and Sylvester Bisdell. Bisdell won that, but the Watertown's going to take it right back. Cangelozzi trying to gain the zone. He'll get it up in there. Brad Townsend goes to get the puck, but it'll be gathered up there by Vlasov. Vlasov sends it around, but Ingram able to keep it in. Ingram just sends it toward goal. Now he'll come back to the point. The Nationals try to clear it, but Townsend pressuring there. Now there's Shane Hallis. Hallis, a big hit in the corner as the puck stays in behind the goal. And up and out of play will be the call. So the faceoff will go to the far side of Paul Barbeau Jr., the keeper for the Nationals. The Wolves getting a change on the break. Zach Dymock back out onto the ice with Kyle Powell and Joe Cangelozzi, Dallas Ingram out here, and Justin Blazak. Puck to the near side, everybody digging for it as it comes out over the blue line. Ingram goes back to regather it. He'll give it to Blazak. Blazak dumps it down into the zone. Barbeau looks to send it around. The cage is wide open, and he'll have to go back and get it. Cangelozzi tried to stick it home. Now he'll take a glove to the face right in front of the cage from Stanislav Vlasov. And then after that, Vlasov gives him a little pat on the back, says, okay, buddy, we're okay. Cangelozzi looking to stick one home. On a centering pass that got knocked down, it fooled Barbeau, and he went to the far side, and the puck laid right in the crease for a second, but nobody able to stick one home. Scott Roy and Derek St. Marie battling for the faceoff. Marie's going to win it back to the corner, but Colin McIntosh will go get it for your Watertown Wolves. It gets dug out from there, sent all the way across the ice. The pass missed Boots and went down into the far end of the ice, but now Colin McIntosh able to dump it right back into the zone for Watertown, where Ryan Connolly will go get it. It skips out over the blue line. Watertown has to recover. Ketchka's going to just send it back in, and Scott Roy will give chase. Centering pass come to Ryan Connolly. Connolly couldn't get a stick on it as he was kicked away. Puck goes down into the corner where Derek St. Marie picks it up for the Nationals. He'll send an outlet pass that's going to get tipped right back into the zone. Bizanet goes back to pick it up for the Nationals, and he will get called for a hand pass. Brock Bizanet caught the puck out of midair, then made a nifty little move to spin around and held onto it for a second before dropping it down. So the faceoff will go inside the Nationals' end of the ice. 14:05 remaining in period number 2. With the Watertown Wolves holding on to the 4-goal advantage right now as Jesse Ficini gets ready to battle with Hawood for the faceoff. One back to Liscombe. Liscombe sends it down to the corner. Ficini goes to get it. He'll take a hit into the corner from Prejean. Now the puck comes up the half-board, and from there it will get sent out, gets over the glove of Marley Ketchka, and Watertown has to retreat down into its end of the ice. Hawood turns it around there, sends it back to the point. Prejean sends it all the way across the ice to Lapine. Lapine, a shot right on goal. That one kicked aside by Alistradov, and now Mark Potasio skates out. He'll let a quick wrister go, and Barbeau will swallow that one up with the big catcher and blocker, and that'll bring a stop and play down to the right side of the ice. Well, both teams getting a change on the break here. 13:32 remaining. Of course, shots on goal continue to be huge in favor of the Watertown Wolves. 33-18 the advantage. Face-off one back to Dallas Ingram at the point. He'll give it right back to Zach Dymock. Dymock's just going to shovel it on a backhand in behind to Joe Cangelozzi. Cangelozzi skates out with it. Now he'll go back to the corner. Brad Townsend will give chase for it there. Townsend puts on the brakes, tried to get a centering pass. Now Cangelozzi has to go get it. It comes all the way up the near boards. Dallas Ingram takes a huge hit, but keeps the puck in the zone. And Joe Cangelozzi able to give chase and pick it up there. Now Cangelozzi's going to take a stick. Puck is loose in front. Now it goes in behind. Dymock back to get it, and that'll bring a stop and play as the goal comes off. And Brad Townsend, here we go. Brad Townsend and Joe Canan. Townsend had enough. He saw a couple of Watertown Wolves take some sticks to the back of the head. He came right across the ice, and he went after Joe Canan, and down to the ice they will go. And the Stripes will get in there to break it up. Well, Brad Townsend had seen enough, and he said, yep, I'm putting an end to this right now. And our first penalties of the evening were going to come at 13:01 in period number 2. So Townsend and Canaan both going into the box here. Joe Trottier and Justin Blazak getting the explanation from the officials. So our first penalty of the evening. We said the minute we mentioned it, it would come out. And it looks like we're going to have a little cleanup on the ice, a little bit of blood maybe on the surface. So that's going to bring another stoppage here at the Watertown Ice Arena. Again, looking around the league, the Port Huron Prowlers hosting the Berlin River Drivers this evening. And it's a 2-2 tie in the second period in Port Huron, Michigan. And in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, the St. Clair Shores Fighting Saints holding a 1-goal advantage over the Danville Dashers, that in the first period. Looks like Brad Townsend may have got a cut to the eye area. He's getting attended to here in the penalty box. The reason for the stoppage in play is they clean up some of the blood off the ice. Looks like we should be just about set to go. Well, everybody back on the ice, looking like we're getting ready to get started once again. Out here for your Watertown Wolves is Kyle McIntosh, Ryan Connolly, Scott Roy, Dallas Ingram, and Justin Blazak. 13:01 remaining in period number 2. The Wolves holding on to a 4-0 advantage. Here, almost at the midway point of period number 2. Face-off one back to Dallas Ingram, over to Justin Blazak. Centering pass for Scott Roy, but he couldn't put it home. Well, Townsend and Canaan both getting 5-4 fighting, so that'll be the penalty. Centering pass comes to Pete Mott, went high off his stick. He'll let a shot go, and Alistradoff just kicks that one aside, and the Wolves look to skate out with it. Puck taken away there by Boots in the corner. He'll send it back down in where Bisdell goes to get it for the Nationals. Now it goes up the far boards, and Ryan Connolly able to shovel it across the ice. Watertown back to get it. Outlet pass for Colin McIntosh. McIntosh long centering pass to Ryan Connolly, and that one got dropped down in front. Scott Roy with a quick shot, swallowed up by Paul Barbeau Jr. Well, Scott Roy with a great opportunity there, not able to stick it home in the 5-hole as Barbeau dropped right down and took that advantage away. Face off to the far circle. Brett Liscombe out to take it for Watertown against St. Marie. So St. Marie's going to win that one back into the corner. Long outlet pass. The puck will come to center ice where Kyle Powell will knock it down there. He'll send it cross ice to Mark Potasio. Comes back to Kyle Powell. Powell skates up the center ice, now gains the neutral zone. He'll lift it high into the zone, but Liscombe not able to play it, and Vlasov able to go back and get it for the Nationals, and he'll settle in behind his own goal. Derek St. Marie looks to skate out with it, and a couple of nifty moves. He'll make the offensive zone. A long centering pass from Mazzagno, and the puck down in front got knocked down, and St. Marie not able to put it away as Alistradov settled it down. Mark Potasio tried to make a nice drag move through the legs of Vlasov. That didn't work, and the puck slid right to Paul Barbeau. He'll cover up with 11:30 remaining in period number 2. Well, both teams getting change on the break-in. Joe Cangelozzi back out on the ice to take the face-off for Watertown against Hawood. That one won by Hawood. He'll send it back, but it comes out to Blazak at the point. Tried to settle it down, sent it in. It went off Zach Dymach's stick on the redirect, but went to the high side and missed it. Now it comes back to Dymach. Dymach trying to skate with it. It got lost in his skates. Puck goes all the way in behind where Joe Cangelozzi goes to get it. It comes up the boards. And Watertown able to keep it in as Shane Hallis just took it away. He gives it back to Cangelozzi. Centering pass! That went off the skate of Zach Dymach. It goes back to Cangelozzi in behind the goal. Cangelozzi skates out, tried to get a centering pass. That one was knocked down by Cloutier, and then Zach Dymach able to trade it away, but Cloutier is going to skate out with it. He'll send it to the near side, where Trottier now is able to skate up into the offensive zone. He'll dump it in behind the goal. Hawood goes to gets it, send it Prejean on the point. Prejean stumbled, then he just sent the puck all the way back into the zone. Ryan Connolly able to come over. He'll look to take it away. He'll poke it by. Now Connolly with a break, only one man to beat. He'll let a shot go. That went high off the glove of the goalkeeper, Barbeau, and dropped in behind him. But Connolly not able to get the stick back on it. Now Connolly will battle with Hawood, the puck down into the corner. Hawood sends it in behind. Colin McIntosh couldn't handle it there. Puck comes all the way around and went over Marley Ketchka's stick and out of the zone. Watertown getting a change as the puck sent back into the Nationals' end, and Scott Roy's just going to take it away from the goaltender. He'll give it to McIntosh. McIntosh gave it to Roy. Roy let a shot go. That went wide of the cage, but now he'll dump it back into Colin McIntosh. McIntosh sends it in behind, comes out to the near side where Boots is able to shovel it out to the center zone ice. And now Boots takes it down to the left-hand side. Centering pass came right onto the pad of Danila Alistradov, and a nice job to cover that up with Sylvester Bisdell standing right on top of him. Well, we've got a timeout here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. We'll be right back.
Security has come to Watertown in the North Country. Verdad Investigations and Protection wants you to become a New York State certified security guard. How? Sign up now by taking the 8-hour security guard pre-assignment course, the 16-hour security guard on-the-job training, the 8-hour security guard annual in-service training, and the 47-hour armed guard course, with many more courses available. For more information, give us a call, like us on Facebook, or visit us online at verdadinvestigations.com.
McAvoy Insurance has been proudly serving Jefferson and Lewis County since 1965, specializing in persona lines insurance, including home, auto, life, and small commercial insurance. Our commitment isn't just because this is our job, it's our passion.
Next Saturday evening here at the Watertown Municipal Arena, as these same Cornwall Nationals will be back in the house once again with our Watertown Wolves. Face-off one down in the Watertown end of the ice. Centering pass came right back to Boots, but that one got kicked away. Now Brett Liscombe looks to skate out with it. He'll gain the zone. Now he turns back. The puck's going to come outside the blue line, and from there Boots will be able to pick it up. He'll skate in. Now he backs along the blue line, gets a centering pass over to Adams. Adams with a backhand, knocked down by Alistradov. That one went to the far side, all the way out to the point. From there, Lapine sends it over to Boots. Boots gives it back to Mott. Mott lets a quick shot go. Lapine not able to get back to it. As the Nationals put down the pressure, centering pass. Bisdell had an opportunity, but couldn't get the stick on it. And Alistradov able to send that one away. Puck staying down in the offensive zone for the Nationals. Centering pass all the way across the front of the cage. Nobody able to get a stick. Now it goes back in behind where Adams goes back to get it for the Nationals. He'll drop it there for Lapine. Lapine high off the glass to this side. Mark Potasio able to dump the puck out. Jesse Ficini couldn't get a stick on it, and Bisdell able to pick it and send it right back into the zone, and the Nationals are going to be offside. Face off just outside the blue line on the far side. Joe Cangelozzi wins it. Dymock had a stick on it, but then it got sent down into the defensive zone. Watertown has to go back and get it. Dallas Ingram trying to gather it up. Cloutier takes it in behind the cage with him. Now Ingram able to stick it away from him. Cloutier hooked him on the way out, and the puck never got all the way outside the zone. Alistradov just lets that one go to the far side. And looks like we're going to get offside on the Nationals, and the faceoff's going to come back down into the National end of the ice. Chris Cloutier, number 24 for the Nationals, having a couple of words with the officials here, and he'll go back to the bench. Face-off won by Jesse Ficini to the corner, but Vlasov takes it there for the Nationals. He'll send it up the far boards. Puck comes all the way out into the neutral zone. There, Justin Blazak has to go back and get it. He'll try to send it out. It goes off St. Marie's stick and up into the Cornwall bench, and that'll bring another stoppage in play. Nationals win the faceoff. Vlasov's just going to send it back into the zone where Justin Blazak has to go back and get it. Blazak will turn. He'll take a hit from Trottier, and Trottier goes back, gives him a second hit, but the outlet pass to Mark Potasio. Potasio, a quick move. Puck got loose down in front, saved by Barbeau, and he'll cover up there as Mark Potasio was crashing in. Well, folks, if you want to find out what's going on in the world of your Watertown Wolves, go to watertownwolves.net. You can find out everything there as far as scheduling, see who's doing what, where the guys are going, who's traded where. And you can also follow us on Facebook. And we do Facebook Live before and after every home game here, so you can catch some of the interviews with your favorite players and get their feelings on the games just played or what the plan is for the evening. Just go to Facebook and you can follow us right there, the Watertown Wolves on Facebook. Anthony Mazzagno gains his own centering pass to St. Marie. That puck goes down to the far side of the ice. Trottier couldn't get a centering pass. Puck comes right back out in front, very dangerously, came all the way out to the point. Vlasov takes it, sends it into the corner. Long centering pass, missed everybody, and now it'll be Zach Dymock able to skate out with it with the Wolves. Dymock goes down into the corner, leaves it for Hallis. Hallis lets a shot go! And the rebound came right in front. Cangelozzi couldn't turn quick enough to get a stick on it. The Nationals send it all the way around, but Kyle Powell pinching in. He'll pick it up, sends a centering pass, another big rebound, but nobody there for the Wolves. Long outlet pass to Anthony Mazzagno. He'll skate up to the short zone, and the puck will be taken away by Marley Ketchka. Now it comes out to Mott. Mott able to keep it in the zone as he'll just dump it back in, but Watertown will take it away there, and Ketchka looks to skate out with it. He'll bring it up to center ice, dumps it down in the corner, and the Wolves will give chase. Big rebound, came off the boards right out to the side of the cage, and Paul Board Jr. is going to cover it up there. Well, the penalty's over to both players that were off for 5 for fighting, so we were at full strength anyway, but they're now out of the penalty box. 6:25 remaining in the period. Face off to the far side, Joe Cangelozzi. And Hawood ready to do fatal. It comes back to Zach Dymock. Dymock lost it off the blade of his stick, and it rolled outside the blue line, so Watertown had to recover, get back on side. Puck gets dumped right back in. Barbeau sends it around to Lapine. Lapine sends it back to Mott on the near side. Mott gives it right back to Lapine, and now the Nationals look to skate out of the zone. Turnover Came right back to Cangelosi. Cangelosi skates in, lets a shot go. That one went wide to the left-hand side and up and out of play. And a tough shot right there. Joe Cangelosi with the steal at center ice. Took it in and had the opportunity to stuff it home. Now Chris Cloutier for the Nationals along the board just skated up through the Watertown bench and hit a couple of players. Took a couple of shots at guys headed to the bench, but everybody headed back to their respective benches with no problem. And now the officials over having a word with the Nationals coach, Elaine Quenville. A late change for the Nationals as Jason Lapine just getting onto the ice. 5:59 remaining in period number 2. Face-off one back to Brett Liscomb. Liscomb lets a shot go. That went to the left-hand side and high. Jesse Ficini gives chase, a long outlet pass to Adams. That skipped over his stick. Watertown able to gather it up where Dallas Ingram's just going to send it back down into the zone. Stanislav Vasov has to give chase for the Nationals. He'll let the long clearing pass go, and it's going to go off a stick and up and out of play. So face-off will come back into the Nationals' end of the arena. Jesse Ficini on the draw for Watertown, wins it back to Justin Blazak. Blazak just tried to put it on goal, but that hit a lot of traffic in front. And from there, the Nationals able to, they couldn't clear it out. Ficini did a great job, gives it back to Potasio. That shot went to the left-hand side. Nice save by Barbeau. And the Nationals this time able to clear it out, but the loose puck comes all the way to the near side where Dallas Ingram will give chase. He'll send it right back down. Mark Potasio able to go get it, but Stanislav Vasov will take it over. He'll give it over to Jason Lapine. Lapine tried to send it out of the zone where Bisdell lost it, and it came right back to Ingram. Ingram, puck loose in front. Potasio's going to get knocked down, and Paul Barbeau Jr. will cover up to his left-hand side. So 5:04 remaining in the second period here tonight. Watertown continuing to hold on to that 4-goal advantage. Potasio hacking away at a loose puck in front, then he got knocked down. That'll bring a stoppage in play, and both teams getting wholesale changes on the break. Shots on goal, 43-23 in favor of your Watertown Wolves. Face-off one back to Bizanet of the Nationals. He'll send it around to the far side. Mott able to get it outside the zone. Watertown sends it back in. That's going to go off a stick and up and out of play, and that'll bring a stoppage once again. So the face-off going to come just, it looked like they were going to bring it outside the blue line. Now they're going to take it back down into the corner. The big circle just to the right of Paul Barbeau Jr. Watertown with a late change as Scott Roy out on the ice with Shane Hallis, Ryan Connolly, Marley Ketchka, and Kyle Powell. Weak shot off the draw, went right across the front of the cage where Kyle Powell was going to go to get it. Bizanet checks him off the puck, but Scott Roy able to take it back, centering pass, but nobody there in a white sweater, so the puck went all the way through. Kyle Powell able to send the puck right back in, but we're going to get a stoppage in play. And a discussion here at center ice right now. We've got a water bottle off one of the benches that is sitting just inside the blue line to the left of the arena here. And the discussion continues between the officials and now with our hometown announcer here with Brian Hunziker, and he will give us an explanation of what's going on out here. 4:39 remaining in period number 2 here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. And the discussion continues between the officials here, and now a couple of the Nationals players skating over to find out what is going on. And we'll see what Brian Hunziker has to say, the house announcer here tonight. And Chris Cloutier of the Nationals having a very heated discussion with a couple of the officials, and the officials trying to send him back to the Cornwall bench right now, and the fans becoming a little unruly down to this end of the ice. Well, we're still waiting for the official word here, but the Nationals with only 4 skaters on the ice at this point. And it looks like Joe Trottier now, the captain, is going to come off the bench for the Nationals. He has a couple of words with the officials. Now he is going to come over to the penalty box. So not sure what's going on, but Trottier is getting ready to serve the 2-minute penalty here for the Cornwall Nationals. Well, face off to the near side, one back to the point. Kyle Powell will take it. He'll skate out to the slot with it. The penalty, it sounds like he said, for illegal substitution, so that looks like what the... Not sure what the call was there, but the Wolves on a power play now for the next 1 minute, 26 seconds. Mark Potasio skates down into the zone. He'll drop it for Ryan Connolly. Connolly turns, gives it back to Brett Liscomb. Liscomb sends it out to the slot where Kyle Powell takes it. Powell gives it back to Liscomb. Liscomb down into Potasio. Potasio centering pass that went all the way through. The Nationals able to gather it up there. They'll skate out with it, as Mazzagno just takes it down the ice, tried to get a centering pass, but Kyle Powell took that advantage away. Now the long outlet pass to Ryan Connolly. Connolly crashing down the right side. He'll let a shot go. That's going to go wide of the cage. Mark Potasio will give chase there. Liscomb able to keep it in the zone. Now it'll get sticked out by the Nationals and down the length of the ice. Kyle Powell back to get it. 46 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Wolves. Puck comes to the near side where Jesse Ficini sends it out to Zach Dymock. Dymock's going to pick it up. He'll skate up with Scott Roy. Roy goes into the slot. Dymock down to the corner. He'll send it all the way around to Kyle Powell. Powell stops it with a skate there. He'll send it back into the corner. Scott Roy centering pass for Dymock. That went off a stick high into the air. Ficini able to gather it up, tried to send it back in, but Bissonnette was able to send it out. And now the Nationals with a shorthanded rush as Ian Boots, a long outlet pass for Bisdell, but Bisdell couldn't handle it. And from there, Dallas Ingram is going to saddle it up for Watertown. He'll send it to the far side where Justin Blazak will send it out, gives it to Scott Roy and to Ficini, and that'll be the end of the penalty to Trottier. Watertown, another centering pass. Puck got kicked aside by Barbeau, sent to the corner. From there, Scott Roy gives it in behind to Ficini. Ficini looking there, outlet pass, hit the back of the cage, didn't get it all the way out. Now it comes all the way out to the point where Ingram just shuffles it up the boards. Comes all the way back to Liscomb. Liscomb gives it back to Blazak. Blazak let a shot go. That went to the left-hand side of the cage. Back in where Ficini's able to pick it up. Ficini, a centering pass. That's going to get knocked down. by Prajant, and the goal is going to come off the mooring, and the Nationals able to clear that puck out before we had to break in the play. But it looks like faceoff will come back into the Nationals' end of the ice. 2:06 remaining in period number 2 at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Your Watertown Wolves continue to hold on to a 4-goal advantage. All 4 goals coming in period number 1. Face off one of the near side, Connolly with a quick turnaround, but that hit a body in front, and now Mazzagno looks to skate out with it. It comes to the near boards, but he's pickpocketed. Shane Hallis takes it. Now Joe Cangelozzi goes and gets it in the corner for Watertown. That's going to hit a skate on Trottier, and Trottier will clear it out to center ice, where Dallas Ingram has to go back and get it. He'll give it to Cangelozzi, but Ryan Connolly is going to be offside. Well, Watertown holding a massive advantage in the shots on goal, 45-23, netting 4 in period number 1. Joe Cangelozzi is going to win the faceoff back to Dallas Ingram. Ingram able to take the puck. He'll just dump it on goal, and Barbeau has to swallow that one up as the Wolves were crashing in. Well, during the break, we'll try to find out what that penalty was to the Nationals, with a 2-minute penalty for Joe Trottier. After a long discussion here on the ice, Trottier went to the bench, and then one of the officials went and got him and brought him over to the penalty box. So we didn't hear the official announcement. We'll try to get that for you on the break. Puck goes back to Powell in the slot. He let a shot go. That went off a stick. Puck goes into the corner where Brett Liscombe will give chase. Liscombe battles with it there. It'll come out with Lapine skating up into the center ice area. He gives it back to Hawood. Hawood lets a shot go, and that's going to go off the shoulder of Danila Alistradov, and Alistradov will drop down and cover that one up to his near side of the cage. Well, Alistradov stayed down for a second. Now he's up and skating around, shrugging that shoulder a little bit. That might have got up underneath the pad on that quick shot. But right back to action, and Watertown able to come out with it. Zach Dymock, a long outlet pass over to Ryan Connolly. Connolly's just going to bring down. He'll send it in front. Puck is loose. Another big rebound off Barbeau, but nobody there to gather it up, and now the puck's going to get up out of play and bring a stop one more time. Well, earlier this evening, it started out with Francis Dupuis in the nets for the Nationals, but he gave up 3 goals, all on big rebounds. Well, I should say all of them. 2 of them on big rebounds that were put back in. One was a nice play by Mark Potasio. And then now the Barbeau has been in here, and we've seen a couple of huge rebounds that the Wolves took advantage of one, but not able to get another. We're going to get a tripping call here on Scott Roy. Roy looked like he was reaching for a loose puck, but he put the stick right across the feet of John Christopher Hawood, and that's going to bring a stop in play. 1:03 remaining in period number 2. So Roy for 2 minutes here for tripping. Watertown able to win the faceoff, and that's going to get sent the length of the ice by McIntosh. McIntosh is going to dump it down into the zone, and from there, the Nationals have to retreat together. Just under a minute now remaining in the second period. Blazak goes over to Pete Mott, tries to body him up, but Mott able to keep the puck, takes it down into the corner, but from there, Kyle Powell will battle with him. Justin Blazak also there. Liscombe able to put a stick on it, and he'll send it cross-iced and all the way down. 34 seconds remaining in the period. Jesse Ficini forechecking there along with Brett Liscombe. The Nationals get the puck out. Sylvester Bisdell, long centering pass to Adams. Adams skates right down, sends it over to Mott, but Mott missed to the wide side. Puck's going to go by Lapine and come all the way down the ice. And Barbeau is going to come back to get it. He'll send it out to center ice, but it's going to get picked away there. Watertown with a shorthanded chance here. Connolly skates in, and he missed it off the end of his stick. Let the puck go to the corner. 3 seconds, now 2 remaining in the period. Liscombe with a chance to the near side, and that'll bring a stop in play at the end of period number 2. So the Watertown Wolves with a great chance there, shorthanded chance, at the end of period number 2. Shots on goal 47-24. When we start period number 3, the Nationals will still have a 57-second man advantage. The Watertown skaters all going down to the other end of the ice to give a little congratulations to Danila Alistradov. He has been a brick wall here so far this evening, and he's got to be one of the hottest goalkeepers in the league the last couple of weeks. He has been a stone wall. To the Berlin River Drivers, and in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, the St. Clair Shores Fighting Saints up 2-0 over the leading Danville Dashers. Other games tonight in the Federal Hockey League. But both teams back out onto the ice arena as we get ready to start period number 3 here. And looks like we are all set to go. It'll be Derek St. Marie battling with Brett Liscombe. St. Marie's going to win that one, and the Nationals going to set up from there. Lapine just sends it down into the zone where Kyle Powell gives chase for your Watertown Wolves. They were able to keep the puck in the zone. Pete Mott got a skate on it, stuck it back in. Now the puck comes back to Mott. Now he'll swing it over to the near side where Jason Lapine will go to get it. Quick shot. Puck knocked down in front, was loose for a second, but Justin Blazak will gather it up there. He'll shovel it down the ice and take a big hit from Joe Trottier into the corner. Nationals back to get the puck. Forechecking is Brent Liscombe, but St. Marie able to skate out with it. He'll go down the far side of the ice, just goes back in behind the Watertown cage. Tried to get a centering pass, but that one taken right away by Justin Blazak. Blazak's just going to lift it down the ice on Barbeau. Barbeau settles it down there, and Pete Mott back to get it for the Nationals. He'll look to skate out with it. Mott comes down into the zone, drop pass for Mazzagno. Mazzagno comes right back, gives it back to Mott, and a quick shot kicked away by Danila Alistradov, and now Watertown breaking out with it. Connolly down the far side, and Scott Roy is going to be offside. Scott Roy a little premature on the near side of the ice to get into the zone. So bring the face-off back outside. Battling for the face-off. It'll be Cangelosi. He'll take it away, but nowhere there to help him. Shane Hallis gets a quick shot. That went off to the right-hand side. Sent back in by Townsend. He'll send it around. Cangelosi goes to get it. Gives it back to Shane Hallis. Hallis tried to get a centering pass. That one will get kicked off. And we're going to get a penalty here. In behind the play, it'll be Brock Bisonet. He's going to get 2 minutes for slashing. So Bisonet coming in. Watertown getting ready to go on the power play once again at 18:35 remaining in period number 3. Watertown the man advantage. Liscombe's going to win the draw back to Powell. Powell skates out towards the slot, gives it right back to Liscombe. Liscombe gives it back to Powell. He'll send it to the far side where Ketch's just going to send it in behind the goal, looking for the rebound to come off, and it'll be scooped up by Barbeau, and that'll bring a stoppage to the far side of the cage. Jesse Vicini out of the Watertown bench gets a change with Ryan Connolly, and Ficini goes right to the faceoff circle, wins the draw back, and that one's going to get kicked out. Bisdell able to take it off the stick and bring it down into the Watertown defensive zone, but Watertown's going to get it right back there. Potasio looks to skate out. The puck bobbled off the boards. Potasio gives it back to Brent Liscombe. Liscombe takes a shot from Bisdell. Puck goes back to Kyle Powell, and now Watertown looks to skate out with 1:28 remaining in the penalty. Puck back to Liscombe, now giving back to Powell. Powell's going to dump it down into the zone. Watertown able to get in there. Ficini the first one too. It will give it back to Keka. Keka sends it down into the corner. Potasio turns with it there. He'll wheel, give it back to Liscombe in the corner. Now Ficini goes to the front of the goal. Puck comes all the way out to Keka. Keka gives it back to Liscombe. It goes by Liscombe down into the corner where Mark Potasio is able to get it. Potasio looked to skate out. Now he'll go right to the slot, sends it all the way across to Kyle Powell. Powell skates in. He'll let a quick wrister go. That went high to the right-hand side and comes all the way out to the blue line where Marley Keck is able to keep it in. He'll send it in on cage. It comes bouncing back out. Puck comes up to Brett Liscombe on the near boards. Liscombe skates down into the corner. Powell comes up the near boards. He's got Jesse Ficini the far side. Ficini now gets the puck. He'll send it out to Kecken. Skips over his stick and out of the zone with 36 seconds remaining in the penalty. Powell dumps it off his back into Potasio once again. Potasio, a quick shot, big save by Bourbeau. That one went off his blocker and up along the boards, and Bisdell able to skate there and take it away. Now Mazzagno able to go back and get it for the Wolves, and he is just going to take down Justin Blazak. Thought we were going to get a hold on that as he had his arms wrapped right around Justin Blazak and took him to the ice, and the official right on top of it, no whistle. So now 4 seconds remaining in the Bissonnette penalty, and we are all even once again. So Watertown not able to take advantage of that power play chance right there. So the Nationals look to skate out with it. Mazzagno centering pass to St. Marie. He'll send it all the way through to Hawood. Hawood comes down the near side, tried to get it back in front. That one taken away by Dymock. That's going to hit Connolly on the way out and drop right back in front. Quick shot from Hawood, but that one gets knocked down, and the Wolves able to skate out with it. Ryan Connolly brings it up the near boards. He'll skate down into the zone with Lapine watching him. Connolly's just going to send it along the boards behind where Hawood goes back to get it for the Nationals, and the Nationals will skate out. Jean-Christopher Hawood takes it down the far side. Now he had to skate back out. Watertown looking for a chance to take this one away, but it's centered right back in. Long centering pass to Hawood. He'll give it back to Chris Cloutier. Cloutier is going to dump it down into the offensive zone. He'll give chase there. Dallas Ingram able to settle it around. It comes all the way out to Brock Bissonnette. Bissonnette lets a quick shot go. Canan got clobbered in front. He got knocked down, so there was nothing for him to do trying to get the rebound. This one will get sent the length of the ice, and icing will be called. And it looks like icing was waved off. Watertown first able to get to it. Now the puck comes all the way back out. Justin Blazak will gather it up in the defensive zone. He'll send it over to Keka. Keka gives it right back to him. Ketchka sends it over to Blazak up to Liscombe. Liscombe a long centering pass for Shane Hallis. Hallis now going for a change as he was able to tip it down into the corner. And the Wolves get wholesale changes here as the puck settled in behind the Nationals' goal. St. Marie dumps the puck back into the zone behind to Stanislav Vlasov. Vlasov sends it out. Mazzagno had it for a second. It got back outside the zone. St. Marie takes it in, but Mazzagno was not back on side. And offside was called here on the near blue line. Shots on goal at the 14:46 remaining of period number 3. 53 in favor of your Watertown Wolves to 25 for the Nationals. Scott Roy and Derek St. Marie on the face-off here just outside the blue line in the neutral ice zone. Won by St. Marie all the way back to Lapine. Lapine looks to dump it across ice. He will. From there, Mazzagno's going to pick it up, but he's going to have it taken away by... It was McIntosh that took it away, and then he got knocked down, and the puck went right back in behind. And Marley Ketchka looks to skate out with it. Mazzagno tried to take it away, but Ketchka goes by both of them, and he'll dump it down into the zone, and there the Wolves will give chase. Bourbeau sends it up the near board. McIntosh able to get there for Watertown, though. He'll skate back by Pete Mott to go get the puck, but now it comes out to Trottier on the near side. He'll give it to Mazzagno. Mazzagno gives it right back to Trottier, and it'll be Pete Mott getting in too soon. He tried to drag a skate down the blue line, couldn't do it, and the Nationals will be offside. Well, the faceoff's going to come to the near circle just outside the blue line, right in front of our vantage point here, as Sylvester Bisdell and Joe Cangelozzi battle for it. Bisdell won that one back. That one went off a stick way up out of play. Hit a couple of rafters up there before dropping back down to the ice, so that'll bring another stop in with 13:59 remaining in regulation. Very quickly, face-off right back to the far side of the ice. From there, Dallas Ingram shovels it in behind the goal for Justin Blazak. Blazak up off the board to Townsend. Townsend sends it up the ice where the Nationals are able to take it back. Bisdell tried to take advantage of that, but he gives it right back to Townsend. Townsend gives it to Hallis. Hallis lost it off a skate, but Blazak able to keep it in. Now Townsend's going to get pickpocketed as he goes to the near side. Puck comes out to Ian Boots for the Nationals. He'll give it back to Sylvester Bisdell. Bisdell tried to get a centering pass. That one knocked down by Cangellosi, and then Dallas Ingram able to go back and get it. Mikhail Prajant in for the Nationals, tried to keep the puck in the zone, but Joe Cangellosi is just going to skate out with it. Then he'll take a stick right up across the glove and send the puck down into the zone as Watertown gets a change. Puck comes out to Adams. He'll send it all the way across the ice there. Marley Ketchka is able to grab it for the Wolves. Now he'll lose it off the end of his stick and has to regather. He'll gather it up there, sends it out to Ryan Connolly. Connolly lets it go off his stick deep down into the zone. There, Scott Roy will give chase. Roy's going to be taken down behind the goal. Nationals look to skate out with it. Now as it comes to the near side, Lepine's going to pick it up. Centering pass for Huud. Huud all by himself. Down the near side. Backhand. That one a big save by Danila Alastradov. Knocked down. Comes all the way out to Lepine. And that one went off a stick in front and to the side. So Lepine sends that one down into the corner. Mott with a centering pass comes right back in front. That one was knocked down, and now it comes out. Zach Dymock centering to Ryan Connolly. We got a two-man rush now. Connolly lets it go. It goes to the far side, and it was knocked down and then sent all the way back out. Jesse Ficini giving chase for the Wolves. He'll send it up the near boards. Comes all the way out to Kyle Powell. Powell gives it to Liscombe. Liscombe's just going to shovel it ahead to Mark Potasio. Potasio's going to give chase now as the Nationals able to pick it up. Brock Bisland in behind his goal will give it to Huud. Huud turns with it as he is pressured by Ficini and Potasio. Now Liscombe also joining in on that forecheck. Puck comes all the way back down in the zone where Liscombe's going to pick it up there. Back into the Watertown end of the ice with 11:40 remaining in the period. Puck sent up the fireboard. Oh, Mark Potasio didn't see the pass coming. It went right through his feet, and that'll be icing. Potasio broke out and had a breakaway. The puck came right up from behind, right through his skates. He never saw it coming, and he had a good chuckle all the way back up the ice with the official on that one. So the faceoff coming to the near circle, just to the right of Danila Alastradov. One there by the Wolves. Justin Blazak takes it in behind. He'll dump it up the near side where Ficini's able to stick it out into the neutral ice zone. Brock Bisonet back to pick it up for the Nationals. He'll send it right back in on goal. Alastradov just steered that away, and the Wolves have to go back and get it. Ficini looks to skate out. Nifty move on the far side. And now Ficini, with an odd man rush, comes up, sends a long pass all the way over to Dallas Ingram. Ingram has to settle it down. He'll try to send it back down into the end of the ice, and it won't get. Mazzagno now trying to get the loose puck between him and Blazak. Shot goes to the far side. Puck comes back out in front and gets kicked to the side by Alastradov, and now the goal comes off the mooring, and that'll bring a stoppage with 10:59 remaining. Well, on the break, both teams getting wholesale changes here. $10:59 remaining in regulation. Looking around the rest of the league, the Berlin River Drivers holding on to a 6-4 advantage now over the Port Huron Prowlers, and St. Clair Shores up 2-0 over the Danville Dashers. Puck out to neutral ice. Shane Hallis skates with it there. He'll give the puck back to Kyle Powell. Powell, beautiful centering pass to Hallis. Hallis has to come back and get it. Dallas Ingram goes back down into the corner. Powell, that puck came right out in front, and Mott had a chance at it, but that one got steered aside. Mott's going to pick it at center ice for the Nationals. A long pass all the way across the ice. Gets through a couple of people, and Marley Ketchka has to go back and pick it up for the Watertown Wolves, where Shane Hallis is able to dump it down into the zone. Bourbeau settles it down there, but it's going to come right back to the Watertown Wolves. Very quickly, Cangellosi turned with it. Bourbeau turned to clear the puck. The cage got knocked off the mooring at the far end of the ice, and that's going to bring a stoppage in play. Face off to the far circle. It'll be Scott Roy against John Christopher Hood. It's going to get one back to Dallas Ingram. Ingram lets a shot go. That one got sticked aside to the far side of the cage. Now sent out. Here comes Hood up for the Nationals. They'll gain the zone. Blazak able to poke that puck away from him as it went down into the corner. And from there, Scott Roy sends it all the way around, but it's held in the zone. Mazzagno able to, that was Stanislav Vlasov able to keep it in. Now Watertown right back to the attack one more time. Comes all the way through. Connolly gives it back to Colin McIntosh. McIntosh sends it up the near board. Delayed penalty coming. And a quick centering pass. Another one. They went through all the way around. And now it'll get knocked down off a Saint stick. And we are going to get a stoppage of play. We got a penalty coming to the Cornwall Nationals. And I believe it's going to be for a slash. But we're going to get a stoppage in play down at the far end, and it'll be Joe Canan going to the box. It'll actually be Joe Canan's going to get the penalty for interference, so it'll be 2 minutes to Canan for interference. So face off to the far side in the corner. Derek St. Marie doing battle. He'll win it back in behind his goal. The Nationals not able to keep it out, though, as Justin Blazak able to shovel it back down to the corner where Mark Potasio gives chase. Ryan Connolly looks to come out with it, but Pete Mott will take it. He's going to lift it down the length of the ice right on goal. So Alistradov has to settle that one down. Put the big blocker down, settled it there, and Ryan Connolly will leave it for Brett Liscombe. Liscombe drops it to center ice. Puck get left loose there for a second. Now a nice move by Kyle Powell to pick it up. Powell's going to gain the zone. He'll let a shot go. That's going to go off a nice save down in front, and that one went right to the side. Now it comes all the way out to Justin Blazak. Bourbeau had a nice save there. Comes all the way out to Liscombe. Liscombe shovels it down to the corner to Potasio. Potasio wheeling all the way across the ice, but that one's going to get knocked down, and now Mazzagno looks to break out for the Nationals. He'll evade the check there. Down into the offensive zone with 8:41 remaining, a minute 4 in the penalty. But Watertown able to send it back in. Bourbeau has to go back and get it. He'll drop the puck there for Prezant. Prezant comes to get him. And the puck is dropped. Kyle Powell picks it up. Watertown onside. Powell lets a quick shot go. And Bourbeau is going to catch that one up under the arm. And then he'll gather that one up and bring a stoppage with 49 seconds remaining in the Watertown man advantage. Well, Watertown with 4 goals on the evening, but not able to take advantage of a power play just yet. Face-off one, but it's going to come all the way back outside the zone as it was too far for Powell to reach. So Kyle Powell back to get it. Puck given back to Powell. He'll send it over to Marley Ketchka up on the side. Ketchka is going to give it right back to Jesse Ficini. Ficini, long outlet for McIntosh. McIntosh stops, centering pass to Ficini. Ficini deep down inside, lets the shot go. That went off a skate. It's going to come all the way outside the zone, and Kyle Powell has to go back and get it. 21 seconds remaining in the penalty. And from there, Ian Boots able to pick it up. Bisdell takes it into the offensive zone for the Nationals, killing off this power play with just 10 seconds remaining. Boots is going to let a weak shot go. Alistrada sticks that one aside, but now Bisdell's going to come get it. Puck's going to go off a stick and up and out of play. So 5 seconds remaining in the Canan penalty for interference. 7:41 remaining in regulation. Watertown continued to hold on to a 4-0 lead. The captain, Brett Liscombe, ready to face off with John Christopher Huwood. And Liscombe's going to win it, skate away with it. Oh, and he sent it off Pete Mott's skate, not able to take it in to the offensive zone. Alistrado sendles it in the long pass. He'll drop it down. Now Watertown looks to skate out with it. Goes back into the corner where Dallas Ingram has to go get it. Comes all the way up the board. Canan, the only one there right out of the box to pick it up for the Nationals, as they are able to keep it in the zone. Now Justin Blazak looks to skate out with it. Blazak will come up the near side. He'll just dump it into the corner. Potasio is going to give chase. There it comes off the boards, and Bourbeau is going to have to gather it up and settle that loose puck, as he had Mark Potasio, the league leading scorer, crashing in. We'll be right back here to the Watertown Arena.
Security has come to Watertown in the North Country. Verdad Investigations and Protection wants you to become a New York State certified security guard. How? Sign up now by taking the 8-hour security guard pre-assignment course, the 16-hour security guard on-the-job training, the 8-hour security guard annual in-service training, and the 47-hour armed guard course, with many more courses available. For more information, give us a call, like us on Facebook, or visit us online at verdadinvestigations.com.
And we are back to the Watertown Municipal Arena after a short TV timeout here. With 7:10 remaining in regulation here tonight, your Watertown Wolves holding on to a 4-0 lead over the visiting Cornwall Nationals. Our next broadcast here from the Watertown Municipal Arena will be next Saturday evening, when once again your Watertown Wolves will be hosting the same Cornwall Nationals here on Saturday night. Puck drops at 7:30. Puck up on the near board. Huboud looks to skate out with it. He'll send it to Cloutier. Cloutier with a little hook on Blazak. Nationals trying to get something going. Canan takes the puck down in the corner, gives it to Huboud. Huboud takes it hard. He'll take a hit from Cangelozzi, but he comes skating right out to center ice with it. Centering pass to Cloutier. That went all the way through. And now we're going to have a penalty coming to the Wolves. Nope, my mistake. Looks like it will be the Nationals once again. To be Jean-Christopher Huboud going for slashing for 2 minutes at 6:45. Chris Cloutier from the Nationals having a hard time finding a way back to his own bench as he continues to try to make his way into the Watertown bench on the far side of the ice. So the faceoff goes to the far side. Brett Liscombe's going to win it there. Watertown once again on the two-man advantage. Puck comes all the way around to Brock Bissonette. He's able to shovel it out to center ice where Kyle Powell has to go back and get it. That one will get dropped there. Ryan Connolly's going to pick it up. Connolly right back into the zone. Fanned on the shot. Puck come all the way through. Now it gets dropped. Patasio gives it back to Ketchka. Ketchka back to Patasio. Patasio out to the... Ketchka gives it back to him. It goes to Powell on the point. He'll send it in to... Brett Liscombe. Liscombe sends it down into the corner where Connolly will take it. He'll give it back to Powell. Now it goes back to Connolly. Connolly on the far side. Sets the puck in behind. Centering pass comes to Ketchka. Couldn't get a stick on it. Connolly comes all the way over to pick it up on the near side. Puck comes out to the blue line where Kyle Powell is able to kick it in. That one's going to get knocked down. Now Mazzagno with a short-handed breakaway in on the goaltender, Alistradov, and he'll backhand it over the shoulder. And the Nationals are going to get a short-handed goal here with 5:53 remaining in regulation, and the Nationals are on the board. Alexander Mazzagno just picked that puck up. On the clearing attempt, Mazzagno just took it, Anthony Mazzagno, Mazzagno just took that all by himself. And a nice move to take it down and beat Alistradov to the far side with a backhanded shot over the shoulder. And the Cornwall Nationals on the board here now with 5:45 remaining in regulation. 54 seconds remaining in the man advantage. And now Sylvester Bisdell able to send the puck all the way down the ice. Justin Blazak has to go back and get it for Watertown. Long outlet pass gets by everybody, and Blazak has to go back and get it again for the Wolves. Now he gives it to Marley Ketchka. Ketchka too far in front of Jesse Ficini, and from there the Nationals able to send it out. Ian Boots is going to pick it up on the near wing. Skates right back into his own end of the ice as they kill off this penalty with 27 seconds remaining in the man advantage, and then it'll just get rifled down the ice by Lapine, and the Nationals pressuring in the Watertown end. Now Watertown able to skate out with it. Liscombe gives it back to Potasio. Quick shot that went too high. Potasio missed to the near side. Puck goes in behind. Ryan Connolly goes to get it for the Wolves. He'll dig it out of the corner there. Gives it back to Mark Potasio. Potasio out to Dallas Ingram. Ingram lets the shot go. It goes and he scores! Dallas Ingram from the point. And looks like Ryan Connolly may have stuffed it home or redirected it. And Watertown gets that goal back just that quickly. Well, just as the penalty came to an end, the power play came to an end, Dallas Ingram from the point just let a blast go, and it got right in front, and Ryan Connolly redirected it, and the Wolves are up by 4 goals once again. St. Marie takes it back down in the offensive zone, gives the puck back to Mazzagno as we go back to action. He'll give it back to St. Marie and behind the goal. Mazzagno now skates up to the far side, sends it all the way out to the point, shot sent in. That goes wide of the cage from Vlasov, and that one's going to come high off the glass all the way down. Icing is waved off, and Vlasov has to go all the way back to get it. Mazzagno now down the near boards. He'll skate by Justin Blazak right in front, centering pass, but St. Marie couldn't get anything on it. A weak shot went to the left of the cage, and now Watertown looks to skate out with it once again. Justin Blazak turns after getting pressure from Joe Trottier. He'll send it up the near side. Dymock's just going to backhand it out of the zone. Pete Mott has to come back and get it. Lepine's going to settle it down there. Waits for the rest of the Nationals to get onside. Now he'll pull it back into the neutral zone, gives it back to Pete Mott, and then it'll get sent down the center of the ice where Kyle Powell's going to have to retreat to get it for the Wolves. Puck goes into the corner where Marley Ketchka's going to pick it up there. He'll dump it all the way up. Connolly lets it go off his stick down into the offensive zone. Pete Mott will go back to get it. Watertown will give chase there. Shane Hallis pressuring the loose puck. Hawood takes it. He'll drop it all the way back to the near side where Lapine has to go retreat to get it. Lapine takes it back down into his corner. Shane Hallis pressuring him, almost causes the turnover. Puck comes out. Ketchka able to keep it on the point. He'll send it on goal. That one's going to hit a stick and up and out of play. So that one up off a stick, up and out of play with 3 minutes exactly remaining in regulation. And very quickly, Watertown gives up a goal but gets it right back again to hold on to a 4-goal advantage here against the Cornwall Nationals. Face-off 1 to Vlasov. He'll send it up the near side, but Blazak's going to pick it up for the Wolves. He'll get over to Dallas Ingram. Ingram's just going to shovel it into the zone, and Watertown will give chase once again down into the Nationals end of the ice. The Nationals skate out with it. Comes to Hawood on the near side. Blazak watching him. Hawood lets a shot go. That gets knocked down up along the pad of Danila Alistradov. He'll cover it up there, and a little pushing and shoving in front of the Watertown goalkeeper. 2:35 remaining in regulation. Again, we'll take one more look around the Federal Hockey League tonight. The Berlin River Drivers picking up the win tonight in Port Huron with a final score of 6-4. And the St. Clair Shores Fighting Saints continue to hold a 2-0 lead over the Danville Dashers. That's in the third period. Well, Zach Dymock picking up the 2-minute penalty here for the Watertown Wolves, so the Nationals will have the advantage for just about the remainder of the game. Two minutes for roughing to Zach Dymock. Well, a couple players coming together right in front of the cage. Justin Blazak fell down, went into the side of the goal, and the goal comes off to Mooring. That'll bring a stoppage in play with 2:12 remaining in regulation. 1:38 remaining in the penalty to Zach Dymock. Shots on goal doubled up here tonight. Watertown 62-32 over the Nationals. Face-off one to Kyle Powell. He'll send it over to Jesse Ficini. He'll give it right back to him. And now Powell able to send it down the length of the ice with just about 2 minutes remaining in regulation here tonight. The Nationals back into their end of the ice looking to skate out with it. Pete Mott takes it. He'll skate up through center ice, sends it to the near side where Adams went to get it. He got knocked down, and from there Kyle Powell just gathered it up for Watertown. And Nationals have to get back on side. Kyle Powell's just going to hold on to the puck until everybody comes to him. Now he'll send it down the length of the ice with 1 minute remaining in the man advantage for the Nationals. Lapine skates out, gives it to Boots on the wing. Boots gains his zone. He'll skate down the right-hand side. Now he'll take it in behind the cage, looking to get a centering pass. Sends it all the way back out to the point, and now it comes over to Lapine. There goes the goaltender to the bench. Bourbeau goes for the extra skater. Centering pass, shot, score! The centering pass from Pete Mott to Storm Adams, and Adams just signed with the Nationals. He's going to net the shorthanded goal here at 1:09 remaining in regulation. With 1:09 remaining, the Nationals are going to get another goal here. Power play goal scored by Storm Adams with the assist from Pete Mott. So just as the goalkeeper, Paul Bourbeau Jr., went to the bench, they were able to get the extra skater on, caused a lot of confusion, a lot of black jerseys in front of the goalkeeper, and Danilo Alistradov didn't have a chance. And now it looks like Kyle Powell is going to go to the penalty box for Watertown. Well, we'll wait for the official word from house announcer Brian Hunsiger, but Kyle Powell now going for 2 minutes with 1 minute 9 seconds remaining in regulation. So another discussion here with the officials, coming over to our officials on the bench here in the box, and it looks like we are ready to go. So the Nationals are going to have an extra skater here for the remainder of the game. Face off one back to them, now sent up into the offensive zone. And Bourbeau still out on the ice for the Nationals, not getting the extra skater out here. Puck's going to get all the way back down into their zone. Lapine's going to have to go back and gather it up for the Nationals. He'll give it to Anthony Mazzagno. Mazzagno gets sticked off, but he'll hold on to it. He gives it back to Mott. Mott skates into the zone with it, drops it for Trottier. Trottier sends it up the board to Mott. Mott's going to turn there, tried to give it back to Trottier. Couldn't get it through. That's going to go off a stick and all the way out of the zone. And from there, Jesse Ficini able to send it down the length of the ice with just 30 seconds remaining in regulation. So Pete Mott skates out through center ice. He'll send it all the way over to St. Marie. St. Marie just skates in and lets a shot go. That's going to get covered up by Alistradov. Actually, it went all the way through, but he went through the goalkeeper, Danilo Alistradov, and they both took the net right off the mooring with 18 seconds remaining, and both players able to get up and skate away. We got a loose water bottle off the cage. And now another discussion between the officials and a little pushing and shoving going between a few players on the far side of the ice. Joe Canan and Shane Hallis having a few words, and they have to be separated. And Chris Cloutier and Brad Townsend having a little conversation, and now Mikhail Prajant and Justin Blazak having a little talk right here just inside the blue line. Well, the officials very quickly put the stoppage to that, and looks like cooler heads will prevail. Shane Hallis looks like he's going to get a penalty. He is headed back towards the dressing room with 18 seconds remaining. And once again, Chris Cloutier of the Nationals having a hard time finding his way back to his own bench as he's jawing with everybody on the Watertown Wolves bench, and the officials have to come over and move him away. And now Brad Townsend's going to have a couple of words with Cloutier. And Cloutier is going to get escorted back to his own bench by the officials. And we still got some words going on between some of the officials and the players. Now we look like we're getting ready to go here. The puck is dropped once again. Watertown's going to win it back. It'll come back to Ryan Connolly. Connolly's just going to dump it all the way out of the zone with 12 seconds remaining in regulation. Bourbeau Sendel is down there. The Nationals look to skate out with it. Comes to Trottier on the near side. He'll let a long blast go. That's going to get swallowed up. Alistrado's going to let that shoot out. And the Wolves are going to score another win here at home at the Watertown Municipal Arena. 5-2 will be the final score. Your Watertown Wolves with a big Federal Hockey League win here tonight over the visiting Cornwall Nationals. Well, it's been an exciting night of Watertown Wolves hockey. Don't forget, go to watertownwolves.net to check out all the action, and we'd like to see you down here at the arena, but if you can't get here, you can join us each and every home game on watertownwolves.net. My name is Jeff Barrett for Steve Weed and Steve Weed Productions. We want to thank you for joining us for another exciting night of Watertown Wolves hockey. We'll be right back here next Saturday night, live on the air. Puck drops at 7:30. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.